In today's episode on WarpDriveM, we are going to continue working on the F11. I worked a little bit off camera since the last episode, and I told you that in the last episode. In fact, I just cleaned everything and I prepared in the surface in order to be able to install the intake. So we are going to start with the intake. We're going to install the intake. Oh, by the way, and I received a wrong part for this car. Let's start the video and I'm gonna show you everything. Since the last episode, I've cleaned the engine block and all the intakes. I vacuum everything and looks a million times better. Everything is in here is clean and we can install the new intake. I've swapped everything from the old one to the new one, which is right in there. We still have the turbo in here. Oh, and yeah, we received the wrong turbo. Check this out. This one is half the size of the other one, but it doesn't matter because it's completely wrong. This is for another car. Strange. We have to ship that back, and we have to wait a few days again for the new turbo. But I hope that I have everything beside the turbo in this episode. I still have to receive the new water pump, but it's on its way, so that should be fine. Yep, let's start installing the intake. We are making progress. The intake is completely bolted and tightened. Everything around the intake is put back together. You have to torque the bolts to 10 Newton meters if the bolts are metric 6. Just in my case, metric 8 you have to tight with 50 Newton meters, and metric 10 you have to tight with 22 Newton meters. But these are metric 6 and we have to tight everything with 10 Newton meter, like I've said. Put all the sensor, all the clamps. So please take your time and put back everything, like these clips here, as you can see in here. All the, just a second to put the light on. All the hoses through the clamps, because you will have problems with the fuel lines, with everything from the shocks. It's going to rub between the intake and the hoses or pipes, and you will have problems. So put everything back together, just like this. In my case, everything is put back together. The sensor, AGR, pipe. I have to put this clamp back, and we are done in here. We are going to work on the exhaust manifold because I didn't receive the water pump, and we cannot put the belt and the water pump and the hoses and everything. We have a small problem with this manifold. We have a new bolt in here. That's the old one. But I don't think the thread is good anymore because I cannot tight this new bolt in. And I have to clean the threads. I'm going to search in my tools for a thread cutting tool, because I really don't want to buy an exhaust manifold just for this, and I hope I can save this one. If not, that's a bummer. We have to order something new again. And I don't want to ruin this bolt because I just ordered one. Anyway, we are going to, or I'm going to work a little bit off camera in order to fit this back. And if this is working, we are going to reinstall the manifold. After that, water pump, belts, hoses, everything. And finally, when we receive the right turbo and the particle filter, and we are done. I've changed my mind again about the exhaust manifold. Why not? Because we received the water pump, the thermostat housing with the gasket for that. We have the gasket for the water pump, and the water pump itself, brand spanking new. Oh, look at that, tested. And this manufacturer is the original manufacturer for the BMW parts, like bearings and stuff like that. And we don't have any kind of broken bolt in here. I'm not sure if I have enough space in here to put the camera, but I'm gonna install this, put the belt back. We have a 17 or 16, maybe I can see. No, I can't. And just like that, we have what we have in here. What? Say what? New water pump, thermostat housing with gaskets everywhere new. The belt is back into its place. The water hose is installed. Yep. We just have to pour some coolant. We can pour some coolant in order to see if we have some kind of leak, but we don't have for sure, because everything is freaking new. A lot of parts. Check this out. I'm cleaning because everything is new, and this one shines as well. Anyway, that's done. Oops. So that's done. Everything is done. We just have to install the manifold, the turbo particle filter, and we are done with this car. But we have a wrong turbo, and I've talked with these guys from this company, and I have to drive in there Monday for 2 hours, 2-hour drive, because if they will ship the new one, it's going to take 3-4 days, and I've paid some warranty. Whoa, where do you want to go? Oh, check this out, from the old turbo, full of oil. Anyway, so I have to drive in there because you have to pay some deposit till they receive the old turbo, and I paid, when I ordered the turbo, I paid 200 euros. So in order to do everything with packages, I have to send that back, and I have to send this back in order to receive my 200 euros back, and they have to send the new turbo to me. So I figured out that it's better to drive in there, 2-hour drive, with this turbo, and I'm coming back with the right turbo. That we are going to do on Monday, so for sure that will be in the next episode. And now let's do some magic. No, nothing happened. So with magic doesn't work, so we have to do some real work. I have to call a friend because I cannot seem to find the thread cutting tool anywhere in my garage for now. So I am going to call a friend. I'm going to put some water, but I can do that off camera because there's nothing to see, and I'm going to check for leaks, just static. And after we start the car, we can see for sure if we have a leak or not. You know what? Let's put something more pieces back. I've already installed the E-fan. I've put some coolant. I've checked, we have no leaks, static, but we can install this piece now. And here, after that, this one, and all the rubber molding, all the plastic stuff, because we don't have to have access in here anymore. We just have to put the manifold and the turbo and we are done. So let's do that now. Would you look at that? It started to look like a car again, like an engine bay. We have all the plastic trim everywhere. The front support bar, I think, for the cooler system. This thing, everything is done on this side as well. The plastic trim. I didn't put this metal thing in here because we are working on this side. But intake is completely done and finished. Water pump, thermostat housing, all the gaskets are new. That's done. We have coolant. Let's see if it's still at the max. Yep, over the max. And after we are going to start the car, we have to take all the air out. But I think we are going to close this video here because we cannot work anything in here because of the manifold and because of the wrong turbo. Join me on the next episode if you want to see more progress on this one, and I hope in the next episode we can put everything back and we can start the car. Like I said, if you want to see more progress on this car, join me on the next episode. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, as usual, thumbs down. Until next time, see you later.